Shooting in low light with a smartphone is not always easy. There are several ways to do it that utilize some of the same tips. Just use what you got. The newest smartphones are pretty good at seeing into the dark. They do slow the shutter down a little and tend to hike up the sensitivity a bit, but it's worth the shot. If you do this, then you should try locking it off on a tripod or setting it up against something so it doesn't move as much. The less handheld you can do, the more still your phone will be. Number 2, using the flash on your phone. The flash on your phone can be very powerful and sometimes a little too harsh. It really only works for something that's less than 5 to 8 feet away from your phone, but it can be a quick way to light your subject. You may also experiment with diffusing it like we did in our lighting segment, making it a bit softer and a less hard on your subject or the background. Number 3, find light. Maybe easier said than done sometimes, but by finding artificial light, we can use it to our advantage. So hunt for a street lamp or a desk lamp or anything to help fill out the dark areas. Smartphones aren't always great in dark, so anything you can use will really be helpful. Number 4, using a night long exposure app is even better. Apps like Night Camera Lite and Slow Shutter Cam will allow you to control the shutter a little bit better. Combine this with a tripod and you'll be getting as much light in your sensor as possible for a smartphone and come out with some really great stuff. In fact, check out this demo with us using some of these tips. So let's talk really quick about low light on your mobile phone. Now I have one of the newer models of phones and you can see just in the preview screen, we're seeing a lot already. Now let's turn our flash off because we know we don't like flash and we're gonna go ahead and hit the photo button, bam. Now check out this shot. Now there's some decent amount of flare, but we're really capturing a lot of light on Sam, and you can even see in the background here, you're seeing pretty well into the night. Now let's move away from these lights a little bit and let's see what we can capture and see how well it does. Now you can see we're picking up a lot on my phone right now. Sam's pretty far away. If we take a picture, it'll focus there. And again, just like we expose everything else, we can tap somewhere and we can bring down the darkness like this. And that's really a nice exposure for low light if you want to make it dark. And now watch as we raise up the exposure. It's getting grainier and grainier, as you can see up in the upper left for the video preview mode. And let's take a photo. Bam. All right, now check out these two photos. This one is the very standard regular photo, and look at all the light that this phone is actually picking up. And again, this is a newer iPhone X, so the low light sensitivity is pretty good. Here's where I close down the exposure quite a bit to make it dark. You can see it's only picking up that light from a house way back there. And then here's where I brought the exposure way up. Now if we zoom in, you can start to see a little bit of noise up here in the blacks and in the sky, and where you're really gonna start to see noise and you're gonna see artifacting from the sensor because it just cannot handle it. But as a general rule, when you're back this wide, you can't really tell. So really, your phone's great in low light. Again, we have a decent amount of light coming in here. You need some light. It's not gonna be able to perform in complete darkness or even just ambient light. You're gonna need some light for it. So real quick, we're gonna talk about using the flash on the back of your mobile phone. Now it's a little gross and it's a little aggressive, but let's take a look at your mobile phone. We're gonna go right to the screen on the phone and we're gonna shoot Sam, and we're going to, in the upper left, you can see the little flash, and that's where you put auto, on, or off. Now typically I turn my flash off when I'm taking photos because I think the flash is a little aggressive. So let's take a picture of Sam right here. Now let's take a look at this photo. Now you can see it actually it tests the waters a little bit and it doesn't overpower anything really. It's kind of even, it's nice. It's matching these lights up here and it's pretty good. Now keep in mind, the further you move away, the less your flash is gonna have an effect. So let's separate a little bit. Now there's a good amount of light out here, so we don't necessarily need the flash, but there we go. Now again, the flash read it a little bit and it really lit up this whole scene. It doesn't look very natural, it's really blown out. So just to see really what the flash is capable of and what it can do in darkness, we're gonna go ahead and turn these lights off and use the flash in almost complete darkness. Shall we? All right, you can't see me right now, I imagine. So Sam is in the same spot, I am in the same spot. We have our flash on, let's take a shot, here we go. Hey, I'm over here now. So basically, this is a full-blown flash at its maximum capacity in complete darkness. Again, it is a full-blown flash. It's covering everything. It's very even. Now, one cool home remedy that I've seen people do is they'll cover their flash with a little piece of diffusion, like a tissue paper or a tissue when they're trying to use it. It's kind of hard because it's in between, on this camera, it's in between the two lenses, but it really depends on what camera you have. Every flash acts differently on every single different camera, and it will be constantly changing. I'm not a big fan of the flash, so I try not to use it. So let's get real creative. I am going to light Sam up. Sam, do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Let's turn your flashlight on. So something really cool, someone else can basically turn on the flashlight on their phone and we can hold it somewhere. Here, I'm gonna use, basically this is an off-camera flash, and you can sort of light the person in a way. Now see, this is getting a little bit more contrast here on Sam. Bam. So it's a little bit more creative. We can come up with something a little scarier like this. So check it out. That is a scary photo of Sam.
Oh.
But you can see how you can get creative by moving lights around. This is a little bit better exposed. It looks a little bit more portraity. It's really nice, actually. Get creative, use someone else's light, use a flashlight, use a headlamp, whatever you got. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this tripod down here because we're gonna try and stabilize your phone on a tripod. Yep, you can do that. And that kind of helps with shooting motion at night because your camera is slowing down a little bit. So let's go get the tripod. And in my pocket here, I have a little adapter. Basically, this little adapter will allow me to screw into the tripod with this little adapter right here. And then I can grip the phone with this thing right here. So if you wouldn't mind putting that on there, Sam. So we're gonna go ahead and this just clicks in like so. Oh yeah. And then we put it in our plate, snap it in, and now I have total control of my camera on a tripod, which is really, really cool because now look, I can click over here and I can turn on a 3-second timer and I can pan just a little bit over here. I can click it, 3, 2, 1. And now I've got a really cool photo of me and my friend using a tripod.